Steelside warehouse, dark experiments at the docks. Catching up. We're finally seeing the docks that were established as a mystery location like 10 hours ago, or however long this game's been. Oh, this one looks like a long one. There's a door back here. There's a door over here. There's a unlocked thingy over here. What's going on here? No, you killed him. I don't believe your weird bullshit. Just stay away from me. Oh, Sophia's gone and moving into his shelter. Those are the rules. A doll. Ring of keys. They're referring to probably some of the people that died in the supposed red curse, which we've never heard about since, actually. But it was probably just it might have actually just been drugs. Stabbed eyes into somebody with glasses. Don't like that person. He has been elevated. Soon enough he will come, and you will see the proof that it can happen to you too. That's a gun. Hey, why are you insulting him? Hunter Wolf saved our asses once already. I'm sure he's a decent man. Ah, the name of the person from the thing. That matches the story. That's fantastic, Luke. I will welcome him with some music. I hope he brings some drinks for his brothers. Busted up car. A wrecked ship that somebody maybe uses as a shelter. They want me to identify who lives in each location. Surprisingly, they gave me that at the beginning and not after I've found each one by one. A harmonica and some clothes. So you're the music guy. Oh, rank them from best to worst? Not what I expected. I thought I had to identify who's at each one. Red container. March. Move to the docks. Harry is very experienced. William's suspicious. Luke's quiet and disciplined. June. The bandit appeared and wanted us to work for him. He hurt old Luke's leg real bad when he fought back. July. Something unbelievable happened. It feels too good to be true, but Hunter Wolf has saved us. William's suspicious, but the bandit is truly gone, and new Luke seems to be in good shape. What does that mean? He moved to the warehouse, so I got to move to one living space up. The container is much better. Okay, so they have their own pecking order of what they consider to be the best shelters, and I need to figure out what they think they are. So the warehouse is better than wherever this guy moved from or to. A new arrival appeared, Phil. He seems fine. Hunter has come to us with a new proposal. So the warehouse is 2 spaces above the docks, at least. Though I can't tell which one's which. I'm guessing that the boat is the docks, though. One of these is the warehouse, but I can't tell which one's which yet. Harry, reliable but stern, keep him close. Luke, territorial, loyal, keep him close. Hunter, secretive, avoid him. Orion, has few needs, keep him close. Elijah, dangerous criminal, avoid him. Funny Phil, not that funny, avoid him. Some needles. This is the needle person. How to choose your dwelling. From most to least important. Warm. Secure from thieves. Enough space offers privacy. So they figure having space or privacy is the least important thing. The most important thing is just being safe and warm, which I guess that checks out. So person in red container is this guy. He has a file on everybody. He's suspicious of some people, and he has the doll with needles in it. Are 2 people here? 2 people are here. So needle guy is here. This is somebody else. Buttons guy. This guy has buttons and alcohol. And sewing? Those are buttons. So these two share a space. Round container. Summary of 1976. This year's been tough. Scrawny Marvin's lungs gave out and he died. Pity. I have fond memories of his optimism. On the bright side, we have the rule that says the dwellings are distributed according to who's been here the longest, so being the oldest inhabitant, I inherited Marvin's place. It is a vast improvement. Hunter Wolf is still working in Steelside warehouse and leaves us alone. At the end of the year, a newcomer, Luke, appeared. I like him. He's seen military action and is reliable. Plus, it was a bit lonely here with just my old paranoid buddy, Dirty William. So this guy's got a better location. So the dark one is better than the red one. I'm guessing this is the warehouse then? Because this is the dark warehouse and this is the red warehouse? It's incorrect. Because red is down here. He went from the docks to here. I'm assuming that's the docks, but technically all three of these locations are on the docks, so don't have to make it that yet. Quiet down. There we go. That's a dead man. Not breathing, body still warm, so this guy was just killed. This isn't even one of the dwellings, is it? Don't touch if you value your life. ES. Books. March. 50 grams Euphoria. 6th and 29th. 200 grams Mixed Euphoria. Canal Square. 2 kilograms of Sunnies. University in Maple. Notes. Gang fell apart. Cutter got shot by the bastards from 48th. Gotta lie low somewhere. Old docks from the Steelside warehouse look promising. Locals are weak. Elijah Sinclair is not done yet. I will rebuild and take revenge. Okay, so Elijah Sinclair is probably the wolf. Hunter Wolf. Because he's the dealer. I am starting a new life. This despicable body, though addiction riddled, is so much stronger. Wolf has earned my full loyalty. No, he's loyal to Wolf. He's not Wolf. For now, I will work on bettering myself and ensuring the safety of the mission. This new body, addiction-riddled, is stronger. So maybe this person is Echo Secunda? Or somebody else who's been transplanted between the bodies, now that we know that that's a thing that's available. Fucking kissing a bicep picture and a bunch of weights. They definitely want to be strong. Okay. Local homeless options. Scrawny Marvin, they're dead. Luke Brown, Harry Stone, Dirty William, Orion Sky, and Funny Phil. Must be consensual. The effect is complete, no trace of the original. Elijah is a problem. Elijah's not even one of the people listed here. I guess that's because he's not an option. Is Elijah an option because he's suspicious of people? This guy? Is that Elijah? There's Hunter Wolf. That symbol we saw ages ago, the wolf with the bow, meant Hunter Wolf. That's very funny how literal that is. Must be... So it must be consensual. People must be choosing to replace themselves. I'm guessing that's not entirely informed consent. Idle range commands. Take and give. Some and all. So you cannot take someone's memories remotely, but you can give it to them remotely, like over the TV or whatever. But they have to be right in front of it to take it. That seems to be matching up with the fact that that guy was being affected when he was behind the supposed area of influence. January 12th, 1977. Harry is ready. Using the idol. I have prepared him well. Let's see if he is able to achieve the goal. I have high hopes. April 3rd, 1977. He failed. How? Was he not prepared enough? No. The others must have sabotaged him. April 5th, 1977. I am not giving up. My hypothesis is not wrong. Knowledge improves societal conditions, thus it has the highest utility. It just needs to be given to people who can influence the whole system. September 2nd, 1977. I now have the means to get better people into powerful positions. With my method, the rich scumbags are practically volunteering to be improved. This should work. Just look at Luke. He's become the best assistant I've had. So they're planning on, like, replacing powerful people with better people, essentially, to improve society. So this is the camera that reprograms people. I'm guessing that they were able to capture something in the camera to be able to beam something into people, but they don't have the idol itself. So they're like beaming information into people over and over again to try to reprogram them, but aren't necessarily replacing people with like a separate personality the way that we've seen. Unless that thing is just replacing people with the same person over and over again. Sea breeze. Dear connoisseur of more particular entertainment, thank you for your interest in our event and your prompt payment. To receive an authentic experience and avoid legal troubles, use the equipment enclosed to tune in at 9 p.m. on September 17th. You will see it happen via live broadcast, no recordings. So watch this at a specific time and you will be... It's basically programmed, which seems to be how this works. Yeah, there's the weird device. Seems to be how they're broadcasting stuff with the idol. And who all is up here? A table holding an assortment of drinks. Cordelia was drawn. Are they just playing a fun party game, or are they programming each other somehow? I fear people will actually start working out instead of drinking my trash supplements. Hat's Brother Estates, 18th Baker Street, New Wells, NW 1003, 561-555-3108. They are not asking me to identify who people are by name anymore. That feels really weird going this far in. Never mind. Here's their names, I guess. Okay, so he answered as Brock. So they're supposed to all do impersonations of each other, I guess? Is the joke here? I fear women I date are more interested in my looks than my real estate portfolio. Tucker. Find your inner child with Fairchild. Too stressed being a housewife and supporting your husband? Take a break and visit our 5-star de-stressing retreat. So it seems like she is... Her last name is probably Fairchild. Hat's brother. His last name is probably Hats. Don't know if his brother's here or not. I fear my husband's next expensive toy will bankrupt us, and we will have to move to a smaller villa than Cordelia's. Oh, someone's catching strays. They're going after Cordelia too. So this guy answered as Olivia. Get fit without breaking a sweat. Sterling stamina fuel. Call to order. These are all business names and stuff, so they're probably their last names. I fear that Olivia will overcome her distaste for children and will want one of her own. Jeez. NBB TV, head of public relations, no name. Dear Miss Prescott. There we go. Someone here is named Olivia. Olivia Gerard. The last person left should be Olivia Gerard. Given the situation. Dear Miss Prescott, please join us at a festive celebration at my husband's birthday on September 17th at 9 p.m. We will celebrate on Gabriel's yacht. There will be Gabriel. So one of you is named Gabriel and you're the husband. We will celebrate on Gabriel's yacht. There will be drinks, games, and for the main event, a performance by Gabriel on his latest acquisition, a rare $50,000 Quasar Wave 501. Let us know if you can make it. Sincerely, Olivia Gerard. Guessing that Olivia doesn't want children? I fear Olivia will come her distaste for children and will want one of her own. Gabriel. You're right. So it's Gabriel Gerard. Which doesn't match the names as we have anywhere in here. Neither of you... Unless they're given their first name in their business. And their name's Gabriel Sterling or Gabriel... But they should be named Gabriel Gerard. So I think someone's not here because Cordelia... Nobody picked. So... There seemed to be... Oh wait, there's still this guy. My bad. Right, it's my turn. Tell me, what's your greatest fear? Okay, so this is Gabriel. My bad. Who's not on the board, technically. That's what threw me off, is that I had all the faces here. So we have 6 people, but only 5 of them are answering something in the game, because this guy is the host who asked the question. And the name Cordelia was the one that's not taken, not chosen. So one of them is named Cordelia, and we know that her name is Olivia. So one of these two is named Cordelia, and nobody's doing an impression of them. I fear my daddy will stop funding my hobby business, and I will have to start doing real work. They're being really mean to each other. Okay, so you're on TV, so it's probably your like inner child thing, yeah. So that's the hobby business, probably, that they're going after. Arabella. Your name is Arabella. Olivia. Already know Olivia. Cordelia, right? That's where I was going from. Cordelia Prescott. So we don't have anyone doing an impression of Cordelia Prescott. Now I know everyone's names, though. Not everyone, but more of them. Olivia Gerard. Yeah, you're being main. Yeah, so that means it's you're doing an impression of Arabella Fairchild. Did it say here? Yes, it said here too. Arabella. So all the women are accounted for. We need the first name of these 2 men. What? All right, 3 dudes and a woman. Apparently we can't tell any of them apart because they're all women. They're all women with blonde hair and all men with dark hair. So they come in, blah, 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 blah. The men go in for drinks. Someone fiddles with the piano for like 1 second. And then the 6 of them line up for the game, I guess. Doop. Okay, so one person grabbed a drink and then fiddled with a piano. And that person is now all the way on the right. So the man on the right, from our perspective, should have a glass with him. Get out of here. Where'd it go? So they have 6 drinks here on the table. I guess 3 people just downed them because they're just gone. While 2 of them look, they're one is full, one of them is sipped from. This guy should have picked one up. It disappeared and then he fucked with the piano. Oh, he put it on the piano when he drank it. It's now fallen over, which, given that it's a circular thing on top of a piano on that angle and we're on a boat which is rocking, I don't know how the fuck it's still up there. But he went and put the drink over there, and that's this guy. So he had the drink. Why are we solving this game? What does this have to do with literally anything? Okay, so you answered as Tucker. More interested in my looks than my real estate portfolio, Tucker. Hat's Brother Estates. So it's Tucker Hats. Tucker Hats. And then it's Brock Sterling. Because that's the only name that's left to match up with anybody. So many fucking names in this chapter. Given that there's 2 separate large rosters, it's kind of exhausting how many names are on the table, actually. Cordelia answered as Gabriel. But you're married, so it's Gabriel Gerard. Okay, something's wrong. Sterling Gabriel. Okay. Good sign. Oops. Oh, it's that. Okay, everything was correct. I just had his name wrong at first. I literally just swooped in to like shuffle as one element, and I was like, oh well, I replaced one thing and it didn't go out of 2, so that must mean that I only had 1 error. I wonder what the 1 error is. Just, I had the wrong gene. I like dragged over the wrong G name and forgot or something. His name's Gabriel Gerard. Did I put in Gerard Gabriel at first or something? I think I did. I think his name was just backwards or something. Whoops. Still don't have all the names yet, but I did complete this game's equivalent of the name game. I guess maybe this will be the hobo name game or something. I haven't been somewhere still. This one's involved. This man is dead. We'll see how well I can identify what anyone's names are even in this group. Or now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm missing down here. I'm missing 3 words in 1 spot. Ah, damn, that's really hard to see. That should be a light exclamation point. If anyone knows the director, the game developer is, go back to... Oh. The spilled drink has destroyed the expensive device. But the diagram seems to indicate that the person who did it is the guy who owns it. What's up with that? Gabriel's like, I'm gonna totally perform on this thing, and he destroyed it. That's not a great idea. Why does it say summer and autumn? In September. In June. September. Are these 2 events happening at 2 completely different times? Like it shows up in the background, but it's actually a different month than down here? Or is it just that down here the events take place at a different time? Huh. Alright, well, let's get to work on the dwellings. So Luke moved to the warehouse. So I have to move up a space. The container is better than the docks. So it should be dock container. Are these two just backwards then? How? One of these must just be considered way worse. Well, Luke didn't die. And it didn't say that Luke was promoted, it just said that he moved. Dwellings distributed according to who's been here the longest, so being the oldest inhabitant, I inherited Marvin's place. So is this the best place? I don't remember. I don't know if I found the pink pillow with the board next to it. Let's be sure. Pink pillow with the board next to it. That's the red. That's the red cell. These are both in the same location. So one of these is better than the other one, apparently, despite being in the same room. Obviously, low privacy. Okay, so these are backwards, basically. These are both in the same room. I was trying to figure out what I was going with there, and I just kind of saw the red, I guess. So he's in this bed, which is a move up from the shitty dock. But his other roommate that had steeper in, that's a safer, better location on some level. Got it. Me not noticing that these are in the same room was really throwing me. So this counts. So this, it's like one location, two locations, one location, nothing in here counts. What a strange way to lay that all out. And now I'm saying everyone's names. So now we're identifying everyone's face and name. So we are still doing versions of the old stuff. Let's see. Probably going to be helpful just to try to narrow things down a little bit. So Tucker hats. Brock. Sterling. Arabella. Fairchild. Cordelia. Prescott. Olivia, Gerard, and Gabriel. Alright, so that's all the party people removed. My foot fell asleep. I was sitting, ow, in a stupid position, and now I am just suffering, as is my sentence. Okay. Get. Okay. Alright, so I thought I'd try to figure out who this person is, who used to live on the docks. Because he wrote a lot of names down, and my brain is thinking, aha, all of the names you use in this aren't you. So that's interesting. Okay, so Harry's very experienced. And William is suspicious. Luke is quite disciplined. Old Luke and new Luke. Obviously Hunter Wolf is a completely different person. So let's narrow down some stuff. William's suspicious but advanced for the gun. New Luke seems to be in good shape. He moved to the warehouse. God, to move one living space up. The contagion is much better. A new arrival appeared, Phil. Phil shows up after all the story. Ooh. Okay, so that's a bunch of names. And this is Buttons guy. Down here, hanging out. Hunter Wolf saved our asses. That's fantastic, Luke. I will welcome him with some music. Who's Luke? Isn't Luke the guy that's been replaced? This is Hunter Wolf, right? He has the key. This guy's a bunch of keys. He's saying that's fantastic, Luke, like he's talking to Luke. And this is the guy that gives the good news. But I thought this guy was Hunter Wolf. Is he Luke? Is he new Luke? These two both have 3 separate keys. This guy only has the one, yeah, the one other key. What I want to do is look at the board we saw. There we go. Now, let's just get both halves of each name. Let's see. We can move Scrawny Marvin because we know Scrawny Marvin died. His name's Luke Brown. Harry Stone. Dirty William. Funny Phil. See, now we have way fewer names to juggle. And over here it's Orion Sky. Let's see, there's no Cutter on here. Elijah is a problem. So Orion Sky is one full name. Then we have Cutter, Elijah, and Sinclair. Elijah is a problem. It doesn't indicate who is Elijah. Why is Funny Phil a plus sign when everyone else is a dot? Also, how did I get it down? It might be Elijah Sinclair, because Cutter might be a standalone single word nickname. Harry is ready. Using the idol, I've prepared him well. Let's see if he's able to achieve the goal. I have high hopes. He failed. Elijah Sinclair, ES. Alright, so Elijah Sinclair is a name. Orion Sky, there we go. And these are the residents. The guy wants to go up a rank, and also he just has to be in one of these spots. Whoever Phil is, he has the worst spot. Elijah Sinclair is here. I believe I can confidently say Let's see here. I'm trying to identify this guy based on his journal. He's got the buttons. This is Buttons guy. So the left bed is this guy, and his name is Orion Sky. Because Elijah Sinclair lives inside the warehouse. Everyone here is named by his documents except Scrawny Marvin, who we know died. So that has to be him. I believe I did a good job there. This person's got the pins. That's pretty easy to figure out. So that's his roommate. And he wants to move up in the world, so he thinks that the guy who died is the one there. So he thinks that this guy is fucked up. This guy should be Luke then, right? This should be Luke Brown because everyone's talking about Luke right now. And he's probably the body that's over there. Who the... Is this guy's face even in this thing? I don't believe your weird bullshit, just stay away from me. And if he's gone and moving to a shelter, those are the rules. He's been elevated. Hunter Wolf should be in the warehouse. I don't think any of those people are involved in this stuff. Let's see. This guy likes music, so he's probably the guy with the harmonica. So that should be Paul. He's the guy that's new here. Was it Paul? Let's go to the document. Well, who's the new guy? There's a hierarchy. Phil. Different 4-letter P name. It's Funny Phil. He's not very funny. Keep away from him, says other guy. Somewhere said that somewhere. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I inherited Marvin's place. At the end of the year, a newcomer, Luke, appeared. I like him. He's seen military actions, reliable, plus it was a bit lonely here with just my old paranoid buddy, Dirty William. Paranoid? Is that Dirty William? Because he is paranoid? Who's the military experience guy? There's a lot more names and faces at play than there are slots to use here. I'm getting a little lost with some of this stuff. Elijah Sinclair is strong, but everyone refers to him separately from Hunter Wolf. Okay, so the character, the Elijah Sinclair, which nobody mentions by name, has come in and replaced Luke in his body, I think. Yep, Elijah Sinclair is not done yet. I will rebuild and take revenge. So I think Elijah Sinclair is expected to have been dead, but he has now replaced Luke. Then what happened to him? Is he this body? Like, did he die anyway? Or am I wrong about you being Hunter Wolf? Let's go back to... under construction. Okay, there's Luke Brown. There's easy work at the old docks. Ask the locals for Hunter Wolf, Benny Crystal. Okay, so Luke Brown was found dead in this pipe. Or his body was probably dumped. He probably was killed by Hunter Wolf. I think they tried to put Elijah Sinclair in his body. And it succeeded at some point, but then it failed? Or he died anyway? And so they had to dump the body? Hunter Wolf has gained my utmost protection, was the whole thing. Yeah, Luke Brown was earlier. I feel like I'm mixing stuff up. I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm mixing up. That's Benny Crystal. Hunter Wolf, we never see evidence of. Something's throwing me off, I think. So a question, I guess, is have I seen this guy before? I feel like I've seen him before. But he doesn't show up here. And the least useful thing to try to remember to locate is a goddamn face. It's so unhelpful to have a face be the thing I'm trying to remember where I saw it before. Don't think that's him. Do you have files about this stuff? You certainly had files. And then we're all over the timeline, so good luck. Was he in prison? The prisoners don't usually come up much. Because, I mean, none of them escaped. Yeah, this guy's got a big chunky head, but it's a very different big chunky head, I'm pretty sure. Despite all expectations, Lazarus Hurst does not seem to have come back. I mean, he did, I don't remember exactly what happened, but it probably shouldn't be in the cards anyway. There's just a vague sense that they would pull some kind of move like that. Now that on top of the longevity of living forever-ish, you can now also come back to life by having your brain transplanted. Now it's really up in the air what can happen here. Have I not seen this face before? Wait. No, not here. What was your name anyway? It's still doing the... That's Oriel Toussaint? Damn. Yeah, that is the scientist guy all along. He looks very different here. But that's the same guy from Ignition, right? Out here. Yep. That's Oriel Toussaint. So he's the guy from the introduction we saw in the first place. After he's had the different consciousness implanted into him. So this is much later in the timeline, maybe the last thing in the timeline. And he's a problem. But we want to go back to the previous map though, because I think where I saw him before is an elusive location. Because I think it's... Yeah, there it is. You wanna fight a red then deadbeat? Give me your best shot. Yeah, so that's Hunter. Hunter Wolf, who probably also has another name. Yeah, because it's Hunter Wolf, so probably a made-up name. And I think this is Luke dying. Yeah, so this is where I saw Hunter before. Because he was in the visions we had before, which are the easiest to forget to review, not only because they're bespoke cutscenes, but because they're all the way back here on this menu, which is not even in the interface for going back through things. Oh, steam ahead then. Yeah. I don't think you can click to fast forward in these. You just have to watch them play out in their normal timing. This is just the flashback all the way to the beginning. Yeah, not a lot of these are super relevant for what we're doing here. Ah, this figure is Tessa, right? When she discovered the idol again. Just a lot of hair. It's just a lot of hair. Okay, so I have seen Hunter Wolf before. That is Hunter Wolf. I can stop being confused by the fact that this weirdo says Luke. That's fantastic, Luke. Who is Luke? No, you killed him. So are you Luke? This must be Luke then, right? Did I name him already, though? I named him Orion Sky. Doesn't his journal say Luke? Yeah, he refers to Luke. So he can't be Luke. Who is... I'm losing my mind here. But you're saying you killed him. He's talking about Luke, right? Who is Luke? Why does he say that's fantastic, Luke? Does he just not know people's names? Is he deranged? What's up? None of these people should be Luke, right? This might be really frustrating to watch because maybe I'm just making a really stupid mistake that I cannot identify which assumption or which knowledge is out of place. Obviously, that's what always happens in mystery stories when you're trying to solve them. But I'm really stuck in a loop here where I'm like, I feel like I've identified that everyone here is not Luke. So why is he saying that's fantastic, Luke, to not Luke? And I'm like, maybe this is Luke, but I don't know about that. I'm much less sure about that. No, that is Luke. Because that's right, because we just went back to the fucking thing and that guy's name is Luke. Luke Brown, right? Luke Brown. Yeah, the dead guy's named Luke Brown. And he's there. That guy suspects he's dead, and he wants to go up in dwellings, because he's in the hierarchy to go there. Weird. It's so weird that they're calling him Luke Brown. Okay, whatever. I'm pretty sure I figured it out, and I figured out what was so confusing, but I figured out who Luke is. He's Luke Brown. He's the body in the other chapters. Weird. So he's dead, and Hunter Wolf's just playing cool about the fact that he's dead right now, I guess. And acting like he's still around. Or he hasn't found out yet that things have gone very poorly. Because I think that Elijah Sinclair is Luke Brown. But also they're both dead now. So that's not worked out. Yeah. I think. I mean, there's bullets here. And Hunter Wolf uses guns. But how did Wolf earn Elijah's full loyalty if they're the same person? So Elijah can't be Wolf. He has to be Luke, right? I'm just noticing the guns are here, and he's like, I'm so strong. And yeah, of all the characters who look jacked, this guy's extremely wide. He smokes and has a gun. Did he steal the journal, I guess, from Elijah? who's now dead? Or is he just like sheltering Elijah in this room who used to be Luke? Because Luke moved to the warehouse, supposedly. No, who moved to the warehouse? Hunter Wolf still working in the Steelside warehouse, leaves us alone. Luke appeared. I like him. He's seen military action and is reliable. Luke's the dead guy, right. Plus, it's a bit lonely here with just my old paranoid buddy, Dirty William. Is William in this room? There's no other beds. So Marvin was here, you replaced him. The guy who lives here is not William or Luke? If Luke appeared after this guy, he shouldn't be here. He should be like in an earlier place, but I think Phil is in here. This is... Oh, okay. I am having trouble with this one, clearly. Have I identified this person? Not really, technically, but he's the Needles guy. It should be helpful to just look at this thing, because he's naming everyone. So Harry, Luke, Hunter, Harry, Luke, Hunter, Orion. He knows Elijah. Dangerous criminal, avoid him. Funny Phil. And Scrawny Marvin's dead, so he must be Dirty William. He names Elijah and Orion. I don't know how he knows Elijah, because I thought Elijah might just be a brain transplant thought thing, but maybe I'm completely wrong about all that. But given that Marvin is dead, he has to be Dirty William. Ah. Ah. Well, at least we know that. Dirty William. Something is wrong, and it's because you can't be Luke, right? 2 or fewer. That's scary. What does that mean? What does fuck up somebody's faces? It won't let me get rid of the faces. Huh? Huh? What's up with that? Are the faces locked in? Okay, Luke Phil. Luke Marvinville. Okay. Luke Brown. Phil. Okay. Funny Phil. So it seems that all of my faces are correct, because they won't let me move them, and it must have locked them in via some kind of weird mechanic. That's not how this screen is supposed to work normally. So I can only change the names. So Luke Brown is just wrong, which makes sense because we figured out that Luke Brown moved to the warehouse. I'm just confused how, if Luke died, how are you supposed to move up in his hierarchy? I guess the warehouse must be considered the best location, but it's not in our hierarchy for some reason, because they just didn't think to include it in the thing I solved that's about that. You think that would be like a thing to include if that's part of the hierarchy, if this guy thinks he can move into Luke's place. Unless they're saying that this guy died, but his name's not Luke. But his name is Luke. We know his name's Luke Brown. We just went through all the things. Unless they just want me... I thought he might be Elijah Sinclair now? Is that what they mean? That's not what they mean. No. So this name is wrong. This name is wrong, but it is not that fucking clicking on every single wrong idea. It is this guy, apparently, because I can't move these. I can't switch any of these out. I can't put them back. So it has to be that guy. Close it and open again? Yeah. So it has to be that guy, because I guess because they're locked in, I guess. But he's not Luke Brown, because I've switched out other people's names and it gives me the red name. So this one specifically is wrong, because I fucked with it first and it didn't do anything. So he's somehow not Luke Brown, even though we know he's Luke Brown. This is... So it must be an identity thing, right? They want me to, like... They must want me to say who he is, but who he really is. Is he Scrawny Marvin? No, okay. I was like, this body is much stronger. I'm like, did Scrawny Marvin die but then get transplanted into the body of Luke Brown? I'm swinging for the fences at this point. I'm just coming up with crazy shit. Oh, is there another? Let's see. Name all the homeless people who either currently or used to reside in the dock in order of their arrival. Oh, save me. Okay, this might give me a chance. Just something else to focus on, and maybe it'll make me figure out what's wrong. So I think Scrawny Marvin is the oldest. Because then Luke Brown inherited their room, right? The newest person is Funny Phil. I can make this screen make sense. Orion Sky is in the second shittiest location. Third shittiest location is Dirty William. We don't currently think anyone died in this process. So Funny Phil, Orion Sky, Dirty William. Newest arrivals. Who's Harry Stone? Let's separate out Harry Stone. Who is Harry Stone? I know who Dirty William is. Luke Brown, Hunter Wolf, Funny Phil. Given their newness, I'm gonna say I believe Hunter Wolf counts as part of this group and has been here longer than Funny Phil. Okay, something's wrong. We have a problem to work at least. Give me a new angle at this point, please. This is whatever's up with Sinclair. He's very clear that this is Sinclair. But like, there's a weird thing where it feels like Hunter Wolf is Sinclair, and it also feels like Luke Brown is Sinclair, and that's very hard to process. Local homeless options. Elijah is a problem. The effect is complete and no trace of the original. And they're like, it's really feels like they're saying that Luke was the one that got replaced, right? Is this Elijah Sinclair? He's the only face that's left. That might be Scrawny Marvin, who died. Scrawny Marvin. That might be Scrawny Marvin or Elijah. But Marvin died. Luke Brown. Harry Stone. I don't have a Harry Stone. Dirty William. That's Dirty William. Orion Sky. That's Orion Sky. That's Funny Phil. Why is there a plus sign by the Funny Phil? Because he was added later? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you Harry Stone? But you're Hunter Wolf. Okay, I think Hunter Wolf might be Elijah Sinclair. It feels like, but why does it say okay, no, it says Elijah's a problem. Why would it say that if this is his plan? Why is he on the list of pictures? Whose pictures are these? This is tough. It's got the Hunter Wolf picture. He's called Hunter in the vision. As far as we know, he's Hunter Wolf. People call him Hunter Wolf next to him, too. But he could be Elijah Sinclair, because Elijah Sinclair's all excited about his new strong body, so that's why I partly think that Elijah replaced his body. But this feels like it'd be like a board of like Elijah's plans of who to replace, and then he landed on Hunter Wolf and replaced him. But Hunter Wolf is not one of the names on the board. And also it says Elijah's a problem, so like the information, I'm really struggling to parse what it means. And I've done a good job for a lot of this game, so I'm like, why am I so stuck now? And they're almost entirely people we've like never seen before, except Luke Brown, who somehow is wrong, because I put Luke Brown in and it's wrong, even though that's Luke Brown. Is the idea that they don't... Is the idea that he's just misidentified? Luke Brown, blah blah blah, A positive. That's military dog tags, right? Is the idea that that's not his dog tag and people just assumed it must be him and that's what we had to run with for this mission, but then it's not Luke Brown? And he's actually Elijah or Harry Stone? Marvin is dead before this part of the story happened, so his body shouldn't be around. People already replaced him in his room. Luke did. Luke, who is not Luke somehow. Okay, let's go around and figure out who Harry is. Also, what's in here? Just that. The fact that these names and faces don't match. They're not correlated. Harry is ready. Use the idol. I have prepared him as well. I've prepared him well. Let's see if he's able to achieve his goal. I have high hopes. He failed. So Harry has had the thing used on him. He must have sabotaged him. I'm not giving up. My hypothesis is not wrong. Knowledge improves societal... Okay. You're Harry Stone, aren't you? Ah! Okay. So he became Harry Stone and then died. Not Sinclair. But also maybe Hunter Storm, maybe Wolf Hunter Wolf is also Sinclair now? Because Sinclair has a strong body now? This is so confusing, the number of body replacements. Because they're trying to implant Harry on somebody, and more recently they have a new Luke. He became new Luke. So the guy in here became new Luke. He's the person who was here the longest. But he was replaced by Harry Brown. But now he's dead anyway. So Harry Brown is dead. So that didn't really work out in any way. So that, what a huge mess to unpack. But that means that Harry Stone is one of the homeless people. I guess Hunter Wolf's probably not homeless. Question is, where the fuck does Harry Stone line up in the schedule? Okay. Move to the docks. Harry's very experienced. William's suspicious. Luke's quiet and disciplined. Yeah, Dirty William. The bandit appeared and wanted us to work for him. Is that Hunter Wolf? He hurt old Luke's leg real bad when he fought back. Something unbelievable happened. It feels good to be true. Hunter Wolf saved us. So Hunter Wolf saved us from the bandit, who's separate. So is the bandit Sinclair? William's suspicious, but the bandit is truly gone. So and new Luke seems to be in good shape. Where's Harry in your story? Harry is experienced. William is suspicious, but the bandit is truly gone, and new Luke seems to be in good shape. He moved to the warehouse and got to move one living space up. If he hurt his leg real bad, what do you mean he's in good shape? Did he just heal up? Or do you like magically heal? Because like the whole thing where you transfer consciousnesses doesn't tie to healing people, as far as I know, their bodies, unless he made them younger. A new arrival appeared, Phil. He seems fine. And just come with us to us with a new proposal. Harry is never mentioned again after the first line. That's so unhelpful. Okay. Basically, we just know that Harry has been here longer than Dirty William. Scrawny Marvin, Slung comes out. I inherited Marvin's place, Scrawny Marvin. Luke's from the military. So Luke has been here for less time than Hunter Wolf. Hunter Wolf's been here a while. And specifically, Luke arrived after Marvin was already dead. Does that match my thing? So I have Luke as being here for a long time. But whoever wrote this stuff, yeah, this does fuck with me. Okay. Yeah, this guy has a diary that mentions Luke, even though he's identified as Luke elsewhere. So he replaced Luke. He replaced Luke's body. So Harry Stone's been here a while, but the order's not currently correct. Marvin was the senior, then Harry moved into his room. Dirty William. There you go. Because William was already here before Luke. Luke's arrival is mentioned in Harry Stone's thing and Dirty William's journal. So Luke Brown was Dirty William's roommate, but then after whatever happened, he vanished, and new Luke went into the warehouse supposedly, and Orion Sky moved in, replaced him in the red compartment. And then Funny Phil arrived. Okay. The most messiest thingies have been less messied. And I have to figure out what the actual timeline of the events is. May God have mercy on my soul. Okay. It is nice to have the names grouped up in pairs at least. Cutter must be the... Let's make these a little more sensical. Orion Sky should be with all the homeless people here. Then we have Elijah Sinclair, Hunter Wolf, and Cutter are the outsiders. We have Harry Stone, Dirty William, Luke Brown, Orion Sky, Funny Phil, and Scrawny Martin. And I can also try to make these names constructed to be more useful, but whatever. It's tough that with the way that they've broken things up, timeline and residence, neither of them give me a clean list of every homeless person with a portrait, so I can easily refer to them while I'm making the timeline the way that we used to with the names page, which they stopped doing recently. Feels weird having that be gone. Blah blah secretly blah in the blah. Fuck me. All right. In June, when Blah appeared and threatened, experimented. Blah blah used the idol probably on blah blah to blah blah blah, and then on blah blah to blah blah blah. Okay, so this should be the transfer part. Harry Stone to transfer his mind into Luke Brown, the military guy. Give memories. All memories. Harry Stone, take all memories. Give Luke Brown all the memories. Overwrite Luke Brown with Harry Stone, right? And I guess it's Hunter Wolf that's doing this stuff. He runs this place. As a result, blah blah got a new blah and got a new life, new body. Harry Stone got a new body and became Hunter Wolf's assistant. Yeah. That all makes sense. Harry Stone got a new body and became Hunter Wolf's assistant, except that's Sinclair, right? I do not get this mission, apparently. I cannot get what's happening with Sinclair. Who's Harry? I wish I could find anything about Harry Stone. Who is Harry Stone? Is Harry Stone Elijah Sinclair the whole time and they're both the same person? But no, because Harry Stone got into Luke Brown. Was Harry always Sinclair and nobody knew that about him? But Hunter knew that he was... But Hunter knew that Harry Stone was Sinclair the whole time? Who the fuck is Sinclair? Is he from another mission? I need a way to like easily search for names in this game throughout the whole campaign, because I'm often like, do not know where I'm going for... And then this is like, it's just mysterious figure in a hood. So we don't know who they are. Is this Sinclair? It's a gasp, it's that guy. I wasn't expecting him. And the mission says Sinclair is a problem. I think these are pretty much entirely characters we never saw the faces of. So I don't think I can go to other missions to draw together what's going on here. So confusing. Is Harry Stone Hunter Wolf? Just look at Luke, he's become the best assistant I've had. Harry is ready. So whoever wrote this is not Luke and is not Harry. This person is not Luke and he's not Harry. And Sinclair's thing says, I got a strong body, I'm so loyal now to Wolf. So let's ignore the idea that Wolf looks like a strong body, because Luke was military. So that must be what we're going on, right? So since Sinclair got into Luke's body and is now loyal to Wolf, but somebody is named Harry, and also Harry is in Luke's body, because when I do the thingy, it says that that's Harry. So that's Harry, but Luke is the strong boy military guy who is his assistant, and Sinclair's journal says that he's going to be loyal to Wolf now. Is he not the assistant? This is... Yeah, despicable body, addiction riddled is much stronger. Because Luke's body, because Luke had a drug problem. So Sinclair and Harry are both in Luke? Or were in Luke? Do they keep overriding who's in Luke? But also Luke's dead, so I can't even observe what he's doing or what he's up to. Like, I'm actually getting really frustrated with this one. Where I'm like, oh, they made the most complicated character ever and then killed him. So I'm just like, what the fuck happened? It's so hard to parse. And then there's a party. Why is there a party? What's happening in the party? I don't understand this mission. There's just a party of some people hanging out playing a funny game, and based on the funny game that lets me identify everyone's names. The takeaway here is that all these people are rich, and a lot of them run important companies. Maybe not always important, but like they run a bunch of companies that are influential or something. Fucking supplements and spiritualism and real estate, and we're gonna like brain zap some of them maybe to do something that happened in the previous shit. No, I'm really having trouble with this one. Okay, so these two storylines are somehow related and happen at completely different times. And the best I can think right now is that they made whoever is in Luke's body. I think that this person, whoever they are at this point, it's so hard to keep track of what's happening with this one. I think they got zapped by the fucking camera and just they deleted him essentially and uploaded him to the computer, or uploaded him into the camera. And then he's gonna become these people. One or all of them are gonna watch this and become this person, I think. Or something. Tune in at 9 p.m. on September 17th. Did it already happen? Did this guy get replaced? So like, did this married man get replaced by a new person? And that's why he was last to arrive and accidentally destroys his own device and like doesn't value it maybe because he's not the same person? There's a clock, but it doesn't tell me what time it is. Who grabs the... It seems like the person who was up here the whole time grabs that. The last man to arrive is the middle one. This is confusing. I thought maybe, oh, he was down there, he got zapped, and then he came back up here, and now he's trying to improvise through a game with a bunch of people he doesn't know. Although it seems like they keep the memory of the old person, too. But like, he's the most disoriented one, so you think it might be him, but he based on the layout of the camera, he was here the whole time. Because he starts off here in the top corner, then we follow him via cup game stuff, and look, he's still there. He's right there on the right. So he's here. The opposite side from there, across from the drinks, yeah. But he was never down there in the information the game is willing to provide. And this is just like a separate scenario, so that I don't know how to connect to the main story, besides just the idea that they probably got zapped to have someone be somebody else because of this thing. At 9 p.m. But I don't know what time it is right now, because there's no clocks. And nobody has a watch. And the security camera doesn't say what time it is either. Which is very helpful. Okay, so 9 p.m. already happened because this party is happening after, starting at 9 p.m. So you must have watched it at the beginning when everyone was loading up. But if they're having a party now... So I don't... It's a live broadcast. So did he miss the broadcast? He can't have missed the broadcast, because then it wouldn't... The plot wouldn't go anywhere. He had to have, like, experienced it on some level. I feel like I need to give up and just take a break and try this on a different day, and then try to edit the giant mess into something, because I feel like I've been so stuck for so long on this one and just don't get what's happening. Harry Stone, Elijah Sinclair, Luke Brown, Hunter Wolf. I don't get what's going on with those people. Did anyone write about Harry Stone ever besides... They're only ever mentioned the beginning of things, like something happened to him. Harry is ready. Never mentioned again. He failed, how? No, the other must have sabotaged him. What does failed mean? What happened to him? Is he dead? Is he gone? Did he become Luke? Did he simply die and go away? But he can't have, because the thing says that he's Harry. How is he Harry? How is Harry the person that's around, but everyone says stops referring to him? And like, okay, he's later identified as Luke. So this guy has Luke's dog tags, but he refers to Luke as a separate person. So he's Harry, right? But no one mentions Harry ever again. So Harry becomes Luke. But then where does Sinclair go? Sinclair becomes strong body? Through addiction rattled body? Is that not Luke? It would help if I knew who Sinclair was. I don't know if he was ever mentioned before, and I don't know how to find him. I don't know what he looks like, so that makes it really hard to look for him too. Oh, I'm losing my mind. I feel like I really need to confirm, like... That's Luke, right? Tall, long head. Beard. Lips, nose. Am I getting distracted by the eyes? I wish it was easier to compare things. I don't know, man. Stubble, nose. That reads as being the same person to me. How is he dead in two different moments? When is it? When are we? Yeah, I don't know. We don't see what his head looks like, so we don't know if he has hair. He's found here. Luke Brown. When is this? Case notes 1977. I can't read your case notes, though, to find when we are in 1977. I want to watch the Peel game. When was the Peel game? Wasn't there a thing about the Peel game? December 1977. That's after the events of the warehouse? When the evidence was done? Wasn't there a whole poster about the Peel game? I'm starting to struggle with this game's art style, and that makes it really hard to identify people and whether or not they're the same person or not. I thought there was a thing about the Peel game that showed up, like... Was it in a different chapter? Peel Championship. 1973. But there's always a Peel Championship, right? There was a Peel League game in 1973. But that's the past. Right? The Pursuit was like the earliest part of the timeline, so that's unhelpful. I need the timeline of the curse. Like, can I rule out that they're not the same body that was moved to dispose of him? Living relatives, the Noaks. Sir Isaac Nowak. Dirty William. Dirty William is dead from an unknown case that they're calling the curse in 1977. December. Which is just straight up... My seasons in the current thing are summer and autumn. So this just tells me that William dies later. Benny Crystal and Hunter Wolf. Cougar 9 is dead. First victim, Luke Brown. So they're calling that guy Luke Brown. He died in July. He died in July. Was that report? Case is opened. No, wrong. Case name Cougar 9, red curse cases, Luke Brown. The case opened in July 11th. First victim, Luke Brown. So that's when they opened the case, not when the body is each time of death was. So Luke Brown was already dead by July 11th. Okay. When is the Steelhouse warehouse? There's summer and autumn. Based on the summer and autumn stuff, am I to... I assume I must be meant to interpret this as being at the same time, right? That's just happening over there right now? Like, autumn refers to the events over here, and summer refers to the events over here. But everything described in summer must have happened months ago? Because it must be autumn right now, right? So the journals... Summary of 1976, such as last year. This person doesn't talk about this year at all, even though they're probably the person who's been body snatched. Or has body snatched, so it'd be helpful if they said more. This journal goes all the way to September. Hunter Wolf has saved us from the bandit. New Luke. Is new Luke healthy because he has the bandit's body? And everyone's just accepting that the bandit that they were running around to this whole time just is Luke now? They're just like ready to accept the fact that Luke is the bandit? And because they're like, wow, crazy, Hunter Wolf saved us from the bandit. And then there's new Luke in the same entry, which William is suspicious of, because William's like, you killed him. But he's saying that now, months later, so he wouldn't be talking about Luke anymore. He must be talking about Harry Stone, who's missing right now. But I still say Luke. Who's Luke? Is somebody standing right here Luke? Did Mr. Wolf, did the wolf become Luke? Did Luke get the bandit's body but then get Hunter Wolf's body? Because you are called Hunter Wolf in another scene. You're not the bandit. And if there's a bandit that has to be dealt with, then the bandit must be... Like, the bandit must be Elijah, right? Elijah comes in and is a problem. And you have Elijah Sinclair's notes. I am starting a new life. Is this page Elijah Sinclair and this page is actually Luke being like, wow, this body is great, much better than my last one with the busted leg. Like, Elijah busted Luke's leg, but then Luke took Elijah's body with the help of Wolf, and now he's been... Because they say that new Luke moved into the warehouse. So did new Luke take Elijah's body? I feel like the clues got really messy and confusing in a way that are much stranger to parse than previous chapters. Because, like, the bullets are here. But if Luke took Elijah's body, why are Hunter Wolf's bullets here for Hunter Wolf's gun? Because the only gun is Hunter's, and we know he's Hunter, because he was called Hunter. There's just like so many... Once you have body swapping in, I feel like you have to have relatively clear continuity of who's who. And maybe I'm misinterpreting something really basic and have just not been able to identify which fact in my brain is wrong, but I'm kind of getting really annoyed by this this plot point of body swapping with how messy it's getting. But okay, so this is Luke here. Luke took Elijah's body. And that's how the bandit went away, because Elijah's the problem. Elijah was causing problems here. This must be Hunter's thing, but why does Hunter have a picture of himself? Why is he called Hunter Wolf in the other conversation? Because it really feels like he might be Elijah. But I don't even know what to do with that, because there's 6 people here and 6 names here, and none of the people on this list of names are Elijah or Wolf. And like Scrawny Martin's on this list of people. And Scrawny Martin can't be pictured here, can he? Oh, shit. The two bald guys are both here. Oh, no. What color are his fucking eyes? I'm on a vendetta at this point. I just want to be able to tell... I can't tell what color anyone's eyes are because they got the stupid shit. Okay, he's got a gray mark on his face, I guess. They really could have made people look more fucking different from each other. I guess he doesn't have a gray mark on his face. So I guess this is Luke, and this is Harry. So there's no confusion about this guy. He just is Harry, and the game just made it so hard to fucking tell which face you're looking at in this game because they didn't make them distinct enough in appearance. They made Harry and Luke look similar, and you don't get a chance to easily tell which one's... Okay, fuck it. Okay, well, now I know that that's Harry, and he was never Luke. So this was Luke, but Luke's body got dumped back in July when he took Elijah Sinclair's body, and then Harry was just Harry the whole time. He's just Harry. Right? He's just Harry, and that's it. Harry just lives in this room, but now he's dead. Once again from the curse. This must be what happened when the idol takes your life. All your memories or whatever. At that point, this is here, so he must have like been like, let's upload Harry. And now Harry is this guy maybe? Or one of these people, or all something's going on here. It feels like he should be this guy, but the camera contradicts the whole timeline of that being possible, so I don't know what to do with that. But I might just run with the idea that that guy's Harry now, just to be able to parse the story. Okay, let's reinterpret this shit then. So Hunter Wolf appeared and blah. Hunter Wolf used the idol on on Elijah Sinclair. No, he used it on Luke Brown to take all his memories, and then on Elijah Sinclair to give all the memories, because that replaces Elijah Sinclair with Luke Brown. Okay. Hunter Wolf appeared, and I don't know what... Is it Elijah Wolf appeared? Elijah Sinclair appeared and caused trouble? Is there a trouble? Yeah. Oops. Not Hunter. Stop it. Elijah Sinclair appeared and caused trouble. Hunter Wolf used the idol on Luke Brown to take all the memories. And then on Elijah Sinclair to give all the memories. Overwriting. Okay. I was stuck on this Luke Brown thing for so long because they just didn't make Luke and Harry look different enough. Okay. So Luke Brown got a new body and became Hunter Wolf's assistant. The warehouse, I think. Did Hunter Wolf secretly something? Hunter Wolf secretly experimented. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. In September. So this is what's happening on the boat, or just in general right now. This is modern. Summer was months ago. That's the backstory. Now we're here to now. In September? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna say Hunter Wolf used the idol on Harry Stone to take all memories. Then on... Oh no. Then on somebody who was on the... oh, the Sea Breeze. That's 2 words. That's the boat's name. Gabriel Gerard was his name, I think. To give all memories. I don't know how he did that at the same time as the party, because they both start at 9. That seems like a weird thing to write. Using a broadcast. A live broadcast. During the party, Harry Stone. During the party, Harry Stone blah 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 to reveal a lack of blah. Oh, what do we have in this area? Musical skills? Because he doesn't know how to play it. The synthesizer. He sabotaged the synthesizer. That's why he dropped the glass on it. To avoid revealing a... Oh my god, I made it. Man. Whew. I got stuck in a cul-de-sac on that one. Okay. It's a combination of the body swapping and just the fact that those characters look similar enough that I thought that that was supposed to be the person that died in the other scenario. To the point where I had to investigate the other scenario and find out that the timeline doesn't add up and he couldn't be recently dead in the warehouse, because the warehouse is in autumn, but his body was discovered in June of this year in a different case. Or July? Earlier, not September. Because his body wouldn't be in here in September. When the bandit Elijah decided to extort money from the dock's inhabitants, Hunter Wolf set up a trap for him and used the idol to replace Elijah's personality with that of Luke Brown. A month later, Hunter Wolf remotely replaced Gabriel's mind with Harry Stone's. I'm still wrong? How am I still wrong? That's Elijah? So that's new Luke. When they say Elijah and new Luke, that's new Luke. So Hunter Wolf is someone we never see. This is new Luke / Elijah, even though that's what they called him, Hunter. I'm getting so fucking annoyed right now. They called him Hunter right here. It's... So this... Just to make things even more confusing, this is a guy... Oh, god damn it. He's talking. Oh, I've been so wrong. So to be clear, this is Luke, not Harry, because they look so different. Luke, who's identified by a gray mark on his face, which he doesn't have in this drawing, so he looks like Harry, not Luke. I'm losing my fucking mind here. But no, this, because he fucked up his leg, so that's Luke, not Harry. That's not Harry Stone, even though Harry and Luke look like the same fucking person. But then there's the ambiguity. But I guess because of the color of the text, we're supposed to think that the same person's talking. Yeah, so he's talking. So he's looking at this person, calling this person Hunter. So this whole game, I thought this guy was Hunter Wolf. But we've never seen Hunter Wolf's face. This guy is called Sinclair. I learned the name Hunter and this guy's face at the same time at the beginning of the playthrough. But they were never the same person. But like, how do I not associate those in my brain? Oh shit, it's that guy. Oh, it's Hunter Wolf. Because like when you finish the construction case, the big mystery is who is Hunter Wolf. They leave it, Hunter Wolf is someone, we don't know his face. Then they show a cutscene where a guy's face I've never seen is revealed, and we see Hunter. So I thought he was Hunter Wolf. And I thought that for like the last 10 hours. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I don't think I'm even gonna edit this mission. I'm just gonna leave it all in because it's like, this is the journey I was on. You can only be understood in the form that it took. What I was going on. So we've never met. We've never learned what Hunter looks like. He's still a mysterious figure now. This guy was never Hunter Wolf. He has 2 sets of names, but neither of them are the one we know. Because at this point he was Elijah Sinclair, but by the time we meet him in the mission, he is now Luke. And this guy, who's also the guy he's fighting. So this guy's brain goes into this guy's body, and this guy's body gets dumped. And the main way to tell him apart from Harry Stone is that he has a gray mark on his face, but they didn't draw it in this scene, making it even more confusing who is who. Woof. I really wish this art style was more consistent sometimes when it's trying to if you're going to be able to parse some of these characters. Because that's Luke. He wears a beanie, and he's got a gray mark on his face. He's got like a birthmark across his whole face. But then they just didn't draw that in the other scene. So he looks like this guy, who's Harry Stone, a different person. Obviously. How could you not? Really, it's the brown eyes versus blue eyes. It's like, that's what you gotta fix it on. But you only see that in that one cutscene, because both the bodies have their eyes are being red, and that's the most reliable way of telling them apart, because the art style is inconsistent. So you're like, okay, well, the eyes are blue or brown. Fuck you, you can't tell anyone's eye color because of the red curves. Okay, let's look at the new lore, and I'll do the finale later, because I need a break at this point. That's not the new thing. Homeless game show horror. What? A contestant died while filming the pilot episode of a new TV game show last night. Bum Wars was billed as a hilarious upcoming series in which homeless contenders compete for prizes and a series of bizarre challenges. That's upsetting. Did Mr. Beast do that? The victim, who is yet to be named, died in a shopping cart jousting trial gone around. How the fuck else was it gonna go? He's not wearing armor. New Wells TV said it had made an error in judgment by funding the pilot, but added that the show's creator, Gabriel Gerard, had a previously unblemished track record. So Gabriel Gerard was replaced by Harry Stone, a person we frankly know like nothing about as a character. And then he's like, yeah, make all the homeless people kill each other. This was your idea to put a good person in a powerful position? That wasn't their goal, to replace powerful people with better people to direct society? And he then had the homeless people joust to the death? Murdering them? CEO U-turn shock. The CEO of Hesperia's largest clothing company baffled investigators by voting against his own plans yesterday. Textilian boss Darren Dixon, sorry, I've been watching too much Walking Dead. I'm guessing Darren Dixon is now Harry? Because the indicator here is that, not Harry, sorry. Harry Stone became Harry Stone became Gabriel Gerard, so I'm guessing that paranoid Dirty William became Darren Dixon, and that's why this is here. Textilian boss Darren Dixon had previously put forward a motion to build several new factories in the East, ignoring concerns about pollution and wage exploitation. But at a board meeting yesterday, Mr. Dixon voted to scrap the project. Despite this, the original motion sailed through, 12 votes to 1. They both failed again. So Hunter Wolf is transplanting the minds of homeless people into CEOs, but just doing a bad job, I guess? Because Harry Stone immediately did a terrible job and made a show that ruined his career, and William did what he was supposed to do as far as voting against things, but because it's a board, he's not a dictator in this seat as a CEO. There's a board of directors, and they all voted against. It's like him voting against didn't matter, I guess is the idea. So in this guy's case, you got what you want, and you just got to replace more people because they gotta have a winning vote. But in this guy's case, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Why would he ruin his career immediately? I guess because he doesn't have that. He's not actually a professional in his career. But why would it take the form of killing bums? The people he was? What would lead to you even trying to do that? I have no idea. Ow. Jack, yes, in light of our new discoveries, the potential for this technology to be abused. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Almost pulled something in my leg, I felt like when I was moving around. I'm just a mess here, and physically and mentally in this episode, apparently. Jack, yes, in light of our new discoveries, the potential for this technology to be abused should it fall into the wrong hands is scarily high, and our boss is an idiot, but I am monitoring him, Tim and Nathan, so everything is under my control. By the way, do you know where the moron has placed the empty square Lemurian disc? We should be careful when storing such things. Mary. They're talking about the ability to like broadcast brain transplants. I'm monitoring him, Tim, and Nathan. Everything's under my control. So Mary is trying to take control again and work with Jack, because everything sucks. Oh god, I forgot the chapter's not over. I need to figure out what this thing is. Correct the pictures in the comic. Oh god. Uh, 1 minute, 1 day, 3 days, 1 month. These are probably not correct. Let's not guess, but I'm just saying that those are the ones that correlate to there. Then all of them combine to all or something? All, yeah. What's this do? Okay, that's just hints. That's a concept. There's a lot to get at once. Okay, so I need to cross-reference the different symbols, but I need to do that while being able to then come back to here and enter them somewhere. Where's the one about being annoyed? Okay. The donut button. Is this where I identified them all? Okay. Mohawk, donut, square, pointy mohawk. 1 minute mohawk, 1 day donut, 3 days is square, 1 month is that guy. No. Got them back on me. Okay. Okay. Good. 3 days. This one kind of makes sense. 3 days because that's the symbol for no. Was it? Isn't this the symbol for 5? One was a dot, 2 was line, 3 was triangle, yeah, 4 was square, 5 was square with a dot, right? Which somehow means 3 days. It must have been like 5, some other unit of time that doesn't translate, and it becomes a weird conversion thing. Let's see, when the crystal is red, the idol is empty, and the take command does when blue it's full. I need to review some of these. So, okay, so now blue is empty. Blue is empty because they just put a whole brain in the sky. The crystal is red, it's full. And something does nothing. Nothing, all, empty, full, conscious, deplete, give, take. Does what? The grammar of the word does. I want to say it does nothing. So if it's full and something does nothing, then... yeah, full, take does nothing. That makes sense. Take would do nothing because it's full. Then when it's blue, the crystal is empty. Empty the idol. Use the give command on either an disk or person. Empty disk or conscious person. It says they have to be awake, right? Pips show how much memory is stored on a disk. Disks never... It's not that they never fill. Is it that they never deplete? I think they might never deplete. Because right here, they just put this entire data disk in somebody, but all the lights are still lit up. So it's like, it copies it instead of draining it. So you kind of would think the game would give and take, but it sounds like you like have infinite copies of a person at that point. And you can keep putting them in people. Which gets very teleporter problem-y. Slash the problem of the idea of like, yeah, we'll live forever. We'll live forever, man. We'll be able to become AI. Or not AI. We'll download ourselves into computers, man, and live forever. It's like, I mean, something will think it's you, but it won't be you. I think they said that this is the matter one. They have to keep activated to make things work. This one's memory. Give, take, and then heat. So I have to make all the dots colored. This is take memory, which requires it to be empty. What does the eyes mean? So we do take memory and you become blank person, and this becomes full. I don't know what the eyes mean. Why are the eyes... I don't know why the eyes have a thing on them. No one else's eyes have a thing on them. And all I have is brains and pips. Am I indicating that... Oops. Am I indicating that you're empty? Is that the point? I'm not sure what I'm doing there. So take memory and your brain goes empty and this becomes full. And now that I'm full, we can do give memory, and you'll have two separate brains with different colors. But then when this becomes empty, both of your brains are pink now. I don't know how I overrode that one. They just want me to put it on his eyes for some reason? Okay, time to unpack what's wrong. They just want me to do all of this at once. Obviously I misgendered the brains, and this one's actually blue, and that one's actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just like really wrong somewhere. Let's go back to the a good thing to do is to go back through the symbols to make sure I'm not messing those up somehow. So we'll go back to ignition. Because he lit himself on fire. So that's definitely a heat one. Yep, fire. Give heat. Dead. If only. So give, take, heat, memory. And they said keep the matter button. So this is always just matter, I think? Yeah. When the crystal is red, the idol is full, and the take command does nothing. When the crystal is blue, the idol is empty. To empty the idol, use the give command on either an empty disk or a conscious person. Red pips show how much memory is stored on a disk. Disks never deplete. I want to question that part because it's the part I'm least sure of, but we would be in, if that was the only thing that was wrong, we'd be in the yellow zone by now. So something is super wrong. I think it is correct to put the red on the eyes of the dead. Like, yeah, people that have the red curse, those are people who had their memory taken from them in their entirety, and their eyes go red and their brain is empty. So we take Pink's brain, functionally, as a metaphorical representation of their memories, and their eyes go red. So it must be what they want for that little pip. Probably. I don't currently trust my data on the lenses. Let's go back. Did you write them out in this one? Okay, there we go. So ascending is donut, mohawk, pointy mohawk, square. I had a bad thing I was referring to there. Okay, so they're just listed in order of descending right here, so that's good. And that's all I needed to fix. Okay, so I was doing good. I just really, yeah. Thinking back, I'm remembering, like, I went off of that one journal. I'm like, that journal wasn't in order. Or they wrote, if I remember correctly, they described things in order by duration, but they didn't necessarily describe which symbol was which during that entry, and I just kind of, like, went with it there. I'm actually a little lost. How did I get that wrong? Is it the clock? Or a different clock? Shit. This doesn't show me symbols. I immediately forget where I'm just gonna accept it. I figured it out. It's fine. You know what I did, so there's not much reason for me to go back and check it, but I'm like, I genuinely actually forget. I looked somewhere and saw 4 symbols and thought I had pieced it together and looked at it, and I must have been looking at some kind of form that put them in some order, but just like was not actually identifying their times, but happened to put them in a sequence where maybe one of them was identified by time or something, and then I thought that was maybe it. Or wait, I think I looked at a previous page where I said what their durations were. So I must have just misread it? 'Cause it was one of these screens, wasn't it? Whatever. It's been a very long session because of how stuck I was in that mission, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take a break and come back later for anything that's left. Because damn. Oh, there it is. Final clash. A peel match to remember. It's been all building up to a fucking peel match. Words 0 out of 0, 84 spots? What does it even mean? It's spread across 3 days. I'm not looking at this right now. I just said. I thought that was going to be a movie. I thought I was going to watch a movie as a reward and then do something else. Nope, we're not right now. Alright, next time.